Hurricane Donna slashes up from the Caribbean into Florida. Already the killer of at least 125 persons, the savage tropical storm rampages over the Florida Keys, cutting off the archipelago from the mainland. Then roars north up Florida's Gold Coast from Fort Myers to St. Petersburg. From the west, Donna swerves viciously through the central portion of the state. In its wake, the hurricane leaves at least 10 dead in Florida. Catastrophe for the just ripening citrus crops and the worst property damage of any storm ever to hit Florida. With storm signals up along the entire seaboard, Donna batters the Carolinas, then regains speed in an overwater passage and rips into the Jersey shore with winds topping 85 miles an hour. 10-foot storm tides overwhelm seawalls. Piers and boardwalks at Asbury Park, Atlantic City, and other famed resorts are torn away. Donna keeps adding to her catastrophic damage account. Still moving north on predicted course, the killer storm reaches New York. Staten Island bears the first brunt. Surging currents in New York Bay cut off ferry service, isolating the island for hours. It's a bad day for boatmen and householders. The city proper is paralyzed by torrential rains and gale-force winds. Major breaks in the city subway service strand hundreds, and most of the major arterial highways are flooded. But the direct force of the storm is felt on Long Island. Thousands of summer visitors on the South Shore fled the beaches. Damage is extensive on all Long Island's hundreds of miles of shoreline. And still, Donna rages on, slamming into New England with unabated force, recalling the great hurricane of 1938 and its tragic cost. Donna's elemental fury scourges the entire Atlantic seaboard. It's the final countdown at Atlantic City's Miss America contest. From 54 lovely hopefuls down to 10, representing not only a breathtaking array of beauty, but impressive talent and achievement as well. A gal needs a lot more than good looks to win this crown. Talent, poise, and personality count a lot, too. They've all got what it takes. And the gal with the mostest, Miss America 1961, is not only a 35-22-35 knockout, but a straight-A student in Montague, Michigan, with a flair for food and fashion creations. Nancy Ann Flemming, Miss America. Fidel Castro whips up a furor in Cuba, charging the United States with arming and training mercenary forces for an imminent invasion. He calls out some 200,000 militiamen for training and guard duty at key points throughout Havana in a move timed to coincide with the landing of about 1,400 American Marines at the Guantanamo Naval Base for a weekend of liberty after training exercises in the Caribbean. Castro's invasion scare also enlivens the eve of a debate in the United Nations on Cuban charges of aggression by the United States. Meanwhile, in Moscow, an expert at fishing in troubled waters reels out the line of friendship to a group of newsmen and women from Cuba, present at the invitation of the Soviet Journalists' League. Khrushchev happily receives a gift of the Cuban flag as he lines up with a solid endorsement for the home-brewed anti-Americanism of Fidel Castro, the Soviet sole Western Hemisphere ally.